Hey, real quick, what's your favorite childhood movie? Because mine is Finding Nemo. My mom said that when I was younger, I would have it on all the time, like almost 24 hours in a day, just on repeat. I would have it when I was eating, when I was sleeping, heck, when I was pooping my little diaper, but I had it on all the time. And I still love the movie to this day. Probably not as much, with an infatuation, but still like the movie. That's what we're going to get into real quick. Okay, so to start with this Finding Nemo poster, that's why I was bringing up childhood movies. So here we have this blob-like background, being that orange, that very famous Nemo orange for clownfish in general. But I wanted it to look like it was flowing water, with the negative space in here being Nemo, but Nemo is also accompanied by a drop shadow to make him pop off the back there. Also, because if you look, clownfish actually have like 3 different colors. It's like black, white, orange, and then I guess 4 then, like a darker orange. It'll be like in that transition area. And that's what the drop shadow is serving as, that little transition color. And I think it looks pretty good. Down at the bottom here is just the name of the movie, Finding Nemo, and the O over here is a bubble, of course, putting forward that underwater motif. So moving into our inspiration here, we have this Back to the Future poster. That's where I kind of got the movie theme for this, and found Nemo here and tried to get him modeled out properly with everything being separated, having everything go by the stripes here and making it kind of inverted here, where instead of the orange being the main color, you kind of get that white being the main color with the orange being the stripes. But yeah, even like I was saying, like you can see the black being the highlights here, but then there's also like a darker orange along the side, so I kind of wanted to make that still come through here. But there's not much here to actually go over. This font, I believe, is called Dolby 1. Let me go find it real quick. Well, I think I got rid of it at some point, shoot, but this is definitely that font if you want to look it up. But yeah, I think this is that typeface since it's not here. Anyway, that's going to be the first poster. Very simple composition. We're just going to move right into the next one. All right, for this second one, this is actually from a very famous artist whose name was Jean-Michel Basquiat. Now, I had actually done a TikTok pretty much explaining my entire process on this poster, and the one thing I messed up happened to be his birth date, which happened to be like later than his death date, almost like it was aging in reverse. And I had to delete comments on that video because I was receiving actual death threats just from messing up one piece of information. I got everything else right in the video except that one thing, and people were incredibly upset, telling me that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Most of those people happened to be white. Anyway, Jean-Michel Basquiat was a great performative artist who put forward different themes such as like police brutality and the Black experience, and finding one of his pieces like this, just a very almost pretty clear emulation here. I wanted to take things that he was kind of using here as like his signature crown, was actually something that I used back in the day, not even knowing that it was just like pretty much exactly his. Then moving into what I was able to make for myself with my own logo, kind of halfway being inspired by that 3-pointed crown that he would always use, even using it down here and somewhat up here, kind of showing an evolution of how it went from 2D to 3D back to 2D, but in a different way. So just having different things in here, him having New York, I have Chicago. What does it say behind there? Yeah, front and back, we have 21 as in my birthday, my name, my last name. Ooh, this was another logo that I was able to make. way back in the day. I'll have to show that at some point on this channel. So just like let me know, try to remind me. We just have like a circle, like the city again. Look is like this is made to look like a post-it note. We have a t-shirt, almost like it's trying to be like a mock-up showing what would go on the t-shirt. And then just looking down here at like the question, can this happen? Kind of, I think I put that on there to pose the question like, can success happen for myself within the art space? And of course, I still have that question because here we are. And having the name at the bottom there, and of course the logo again. I didn't need the logo twice, but I kind of just added it for a closing mark there. But this all coming together, same as inspiration piece. The middle is just that black logo over the top with the brown sketching in the background with a cream colored poster to just have the complete background. This all coming together. The font is literally just handwriting. Nothing too special there. And I had drawn this on my iPad and then brought it into here to image trace it just so it had like that very sketchy quality. This one I had actually done here in Illustrator just with the blob tool or paintbrush tool. I forget. I think it was maybe the pencil tool, honestly. Either the pencil tool or the paintbrush tool. But I used one of those to make the complete poster and I ended up liking this one. And again, this is something I gave out to someone as they now lived because they just moved. Anyway, they used to live in Chicago, and with Basquiat being from Chicago, I used this and gave it to them. I don't know if they put it up. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because this kind of seems very boastful. It's kind of like give out to someone in retrospect, but here we are. There's one other poster that I did happen to give out. And eventually we will get to see that. But for now, this is poster number 2 that I was able to give out, and either is in the trash or still somewhere out there. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to our last poster to conclude today's video. Okay, this being the last poster of the day. This one, I'm just going to bring up the inspiration right away because it's pretty much one-to-one where I posterized this entire thing. Was it posterized? I think it was an image trace. Okay. I image traced this original photo to be the main composition because I had actually used this on one of my previous phones as my background. Let me just find that real quick. There it is. Yeah, see, I was able to use that as my background, and I wanted to make poster that also uses image because I really liked this image. Kind of using that same words being Neil. For this typeface that I have here, man, it looks like that's just another one that I just don't have anymore for some reason. Weird. I need to do a better job of keeping track of my typefaces. Anyway, to have this entire poster come together, like I said, having it image traced in more of like a posterized manner, I wanted to make sure that the focus was leading up towards this crown, and like the first command from the queen would be to kneel. And I thought that was an awesome saying to have. And again, at the time I was watching Adventure Time, so I was thinking of the Lich's line, fall. So I decided to go with kneel here to not have it to be more of like a royal decree rather than just like a plain command kind of thing. Even having this background be one of the colors within the poster itself, being that really nice dark brown. And even the highlights here coming in the word kneel being that beige kind of color. I really liked that one. I really liked the highlight from the background and everything in between coming to this poster all together. I really liked it. But yeah, that's the last poster of today's video. I hope you liked this one, the previous one, and of course the first one. And I swear, if you don't like this video, if you don't subscribe, and if you don't comment, you're going to make the king very angry. I'm the one wearing the crown, and as my first decree, I order you, this is an order, to subscribe, as that would help me out very much. Anyway, that's going to be all from me today. And as always, Loves you. Bye.